This is an audiobook for fanfiction named Journey of Void Survivor by yours truly, Iekami-sama _1126. This is their Volume 1 Chapter 3, Thoughts and Rest, of this series. Synopsis. If you are looking for a story with background, character building, adventures, action, comedy, romance, and kingdom building, then this fanfic is your cup of tea. The MC is a poor man who is swept up by the omni-level being's antics and thrown into the void due to the being's carelessness. In the void, he spent an uncountable amount of time before his soul is recovered by the higher being. Being granted all of his wishes by the being, Evan, our MC is now on a journey filled with adventure, comedy, and romance as he is indirectly pressured by the higher being to create a large family, deciding to enjoy it fully as he can. Tag alongside him on his journey. Let's continue the story. Volume 1 Chapter 3, Thoughts and Rest. For the next 1.5 hours, using the same method, I swept out 5 stores in the area, collecting a lot of hardware, furniture, and a lot of electrical stuff, the latter of which was a necessity if I wanted to repair the things that would be damaged by the gamma radiation produced by the nuclear bomb that is going to explode in the aerospace of Japan. Other than that, I also collect some clothes for me and my future girls from this world, as I have some girls I am looking forward to meeting as I am attracted to them, and in case we found each other's company comfortable, then I will not shy away from taking the next and final step to finalize our relationship. Then there is stuff like alcohol of different types like distilled, vodka, tequila, gin, rum, scotch, rye, bourbon, whiskies, mezcal, brandy, fermented, wine and beer, fortified, wine, and liqueurs. I also swept out 2 jewelry shops, cleaning them off any gold, silver, precious stones, diamonds, etc., as they will be of no value once the virus spreads. And finally, there was that medicine which I cleaned by half, taking all the equator of the stock of everything they have in there. Collecting all the essentials, I entered a restaurant, where I used the ingredients I just collected to cook a wonderful dinner for myself. Half an hour after, I left that area in search of 2 specific places: a vehicle dealership shop that deals with all types of vehicles from 2-wheelers to large trucks, and a gun shop to buy short and long-range firearms. Thankfully, it didn't take me long to find out about these, as both of them were located under 500 meters from the shopping district that I just swept off by. I used my previous way to enter them, and from the vehicle dealership shop I took the following types of motorcycles: Adventure, BMW R1250 GS, Cruiser, Harley Fat Boy, Harley Fat Bob, Naked, Yamaha Mount 07, Sport Bike, Honda CBR 1000 RR Fireblade, Tourer, BMW R1250 RT, Sports Tourer, Kawasaki Ninja 1000 SX and Off-Road, KTM 450 SXF. Other than that, also took a sports car, convertible, minivan, SUV, pickup truck, 6-tempo, and all the fuel like petrol and diesel stored in containers. Storing all this in my inventory, I left that place and broke into a gun shop located right across the road. In there I found a vast collection of revolvers, pistol, shotgun, rifle, and a lot of ammo for all of them, and my luck, in a suitcase hidden in the inner room of the shop, I found a variety of bullets used in sniper guns, which I also pocketed in my inventory. Around 3 a.m., I returned to the Fujimi High School after doing some shooting practice in the shooting range present inside the gun shop. I entered the high school the same way I exited it, by leaping off the school's back wall. From there, stealthily I made my way towards Kendo Hall, where I took out a futon from my inventory, spreading it on the ground before laying down on it. While laying on it, I opened up the inventory and checked out the loot I got tonight. Closing the inventory tab, I moved on to my appraisal result. On it I focused on there, written after high human in front of the race. Looking at it, I went through the information I got when I got my current body. In that information, there was the name of the race that I possess, and one of them is slime race, same as Rimou's from the Tenshinra verse. When thinking about a slime from the Tenshinra verse, the first thing that comes into my mind is Rimou's slime skills. Absorb allows the user to absorb a target into their body. Dissolve allows the user to dissolve targets that are captured with absorb. Then there is the predator skill, which is the combination of both absorb and dissolve, whose next evolution is devourer, that not only has the abilities of predator in predation but also has skills like stomach, analysis, mimicry, and isolation, with each of their descriptions given below. Devourer, predation, absorbs the target into the user's body. The chance of success is lowered if the target has a consciousness of any kind. Predation can be used on organic, inorganic, and non-physical objects, for example spiritual life forms like elementals and demons, as well as skills, magic, arts, and any projectile-type attacks of the aforementioned categories, as well as magical themselves. Stomach stores the predated target. It can also store materials created via analysis. Items stored in the user's stomach are unaffected by time. Analysis analyzes and researches targets are taken into the user's body. It lets the user create craftable items. If the required materials are present, a copy of the item can be made. Successful analysis of the casting method allows the user to learn the target's skills and magic. Mimicry allows Rimuru to reproduce the form and skills of absorbed targets. Only available once the target has been fully analyzed. Originally, most intrinsic skills gained from a predated species could only be used at full capacity by taking the form of said species, but universal shapeshift negates that issue. Isolation stores harmful effects that are incapable of being analyzed, neutralizing them and breaking them down into magicules. Thinking of all this, skills like Raphael's, appraisal and projection are very important and beneficial skills to have in such a world in which resources are going to be very hard to prepare in the future. The appraisal can be used to analyze the structure and material of anything or to search for the history of the said item. Using appraisal in these two ways can fulfill the two basic conditions to use projection magecraft to create the perfect replica of equal quality and history as the original item, and since the history of the item has also been replicated, that means that the item created by projection in this way will never disappear until it is destroyed at the conceptual level. Coming to this conclusion, my mind.x stopped working, this being the third time in less than 12 hours. Coming out of the blank state, I asked Raphael, did I just find out the way to use analysis alongside projection, magecraft to create a perfect replica of items that will never disappear until it is destroyed at the conceptual level? Affirmative. According to my calculations, your theory is 100% feasible, master. Smack. I facepalmed while sitting up on getting my theory confirmed by Raphael, whose prediction and calculation are 100% correct. I don't know, how can I be so dumb while being so smart at the same time? I said to myself. From my point of view, it is a part of your charm, master. Thank you, Raphael, for the attempt to help me in preserving my image in front of myself, I said, a little amused. Taking out one of the pistol magazines I took from that gun shop. Then let's try it. Raphael, use analysis on this and pass me all information about its history, structure, and casting process. I asked Raphael as I got ready for the influx of information that came a second after Raphael's reply. Working on it. With these words from Raphael, a lot of information started to appear in mine. The said information is so detailed and large that I ended up using thought acceleration to increase my thinking speed so that I can digest all the information I am getting and prevent my brain from frying itself by information overload. Sigh. I sighed as I finished digesting all information about the history of the magazine, its building material, and its casting process. Projection. I activated the magecraft by spelling its name, which in actuality I don't need as I already have chant annulment skill. Coming back to the topic, my mana fueled my magic circuits as they manifested themselves in form of shiny red circuit lines on my body as they took in the information I provided to it alongside my desire what I want. Using both of them in addition to my mana, they start creating a miracle as in front of my hand. Red circuits like lines formed, joining and intertwining together, creating the exact shape of the pistol magazine I am holding in my hands. With time, more and more lines formed as my magic circuits consumed a lot of my mana, about 5 times what I used to create that key before. A few moments later, as the miracle ended, A perfect replica of the pistol magazine I am holding in my hands is now laying in front of it. Picking it up in my hands, I compared their weights and found the same. I then asked Raphael to appraise the new one and the result was as I expected. Both of them have the same appraisal result to the last detail except for one addition in the projected one which says that it is a perfect projection. Well, this makes things a little easier for the future, I said to myself. Then storing 2 magazines in the inventory, I lay back on the futon. Raphael, please alert me if something happens. Yes, Master, and thank you for helping me with all that. If it wasn't for your earlier assistance I don't think all that would have gone smoothly. So, thank you, Raphael. Even though it hasn't been 24 hours since we met, I have already started relying on her and I am thankful to Raphael for everything she has done for me till now. Oh, Master, now you are making me blush. What? Nothing, I was saying I must assist you in your endeavors. Okay, but then why did I hear her saying oh Master? Now you are making me blush. It must be because of how tired I am. Whatever, thinking that I said good night Raphael. Good night Master. After that sleeplessness took over my body as I don't know how quickly I fell asleep. The end. Thank you for listening. Like, share this video and subscribe the channel for notification alert for the continuation of this audiobook series.